Evening and welcome to our June 23rd Committee of Adjustment meeting. Can I get a mover and seconder to open it? Moved by Councillor Bougee, seconded by Councillor McDonnell, that we open the call of the chair at 6:01 p.m. All those in favor? Carried. Confirmation of the agenda. Are there any errors or omissions? Seeing none, a mover and a seconder. Moved by Deputy Mayor Lang, seconded by Councillor McDonnell, that we can accept the agenda as presented. All those in favor? Carried. Disclosure of pecuniary interest. Are there any? Seeing none, approval of previous minutes. Were there any errors and omissions noted? Seeing none, mover and a seconder to accept minutes as they are. Moved by Councillor McDonnell, seconded by Councillor Bougee, that we accept the previous meetings of April 29th, 2025 as presented. All in favor? Carried. We'll get to new business and reports. A09, 2025, Fontaine. I believe Ms. Haley, you'll start.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Good evening, everyone. We have one item on our Committee of Adjustment agenda this evening. Before we get started, I'm just going to read some required wording under the Ontario Planning Act. This is a hearing under Section 45 of the Ontario Planning Act. Any person may attend this hearing and or make written or verbal representation either in support of or in opposition to the proposed minor variance. If a person, the applicant, or public body does not make oral or written submissions at this hearing or before the minor variance is decided upon, their comments will not be considered by the committee. Only the applicant, the minister, or specified person or public bodies with an interest in the matter may appeal the decision of the minor variance of the Committee of Adjustment to the Ontario Land Tribunal within 20 days of the decision. Please note that committee members have reviewed the application along with any written submissions received in support of or in opposition prior to this hearing, and in addition, we'll hear today oral submissions from any interested parties. So the application that's before us this evening is located at part of Lot 18, Concession 1 Front, in the geographic township of Charlottenburg, now in South Glengarry, located on the south side of County Road 2, across from 18951 County Road 2. The subject property is approximately 0.2 acres in area. This is an aerial map of where the property is located, and you can see directly across the road, there's a house here that's associated to this waterfront portion. The applicant is proposing to construct an 8x8 shed that will encroach into the required 30-meter setback from the adjacent watercourse with fish habitat. So the following relief from the zoning bylaw is requested: to reduce the required watercourse setback from 30 meters to 6.7 meters to the south side of the proposed 8x8 shed. We have a site plan here, and I realize this is difficult to see. This shows the house on the north side, and then it shows the boathouse on this side, but I now have a zoomed-in version. So this is an existing boathouse structure. This is where the proposed 8x8 shed will be located. You'll see here that that's 22 feet, and of course we convert it to metric for the purposes of the bylaw. We have a variety of photos to show you now of what the water side looks like. So again, this is the existing boathouse. And then you can see where the dock is located. Oops, I'll just go back for a second. Oops, sorry. The property is designated rural district in the county official plan and is zoned floodplain holding and open space in the township's bylaw. This is a map showing the zoning of the property. So the gray represents rural. On the subject property side, the light green represents open space. And then there's some floodplain right adjacent to the water as well. The application was circulated to all abutting property owners within 60 meters and applicable municipal staff. We've received no written or verbal comments to date. We've also circulated the application to the Raisin Region Conservation Authority and the United Counties of SD&G Transportation Department. So the Conservation Authority has no objection to the minor variance. In fact, they were working with the applicant, Mr. Fontaine, and they directed him to work with the township. So they indicate that the shed is minor in nature. It does not represent an unacceptable risk of property damage. The shed is non-habitable and does not represent any unacceptable risk to public health. The shed is exempt from permitting requirements under the Conservation Authorities Act based on the footprint being less than 15 square meters. Section 3.937 permits the watercourse setback to be reduced to 15 meters. The committee will often hear me say that administration can't support anything closer than 15 meters. However, in this particular case, the subject property is used for recreational purposes, and because it contains a boathouse which is permitted, the planning staff has no objection to supporting an 8x8 shed to be located in the established building line of the boathouse. The shed is proposed to be used as storage for water-related activities. A building permit is not required for this shed because it's less than 15 square meters. And as I indicated, the RCA has no objection to the proposed shed being located partially within the flood hazard. A couple of years ago, the Building Code Act, or excuse me, the Conservation Authority Act changed to not require permits for sheds. A little over a year ago, the Building Code Act changed where we don't have to issue permits for sheds only that are 15 square meters or less. However, there was no change made to the Ontario Planning Act, so they're still obligated to follow zoning requirements. The United Counties of SDNG was also circulated, and they provided, or let me know today that they had no comments or concerns with the proposed shed. So that's all the information I have for you. Mr. Fontaine is here, so he can answer any particular questions about his proposed development. Thank you.
Are there any questions of the members of the committee? No. All right. Any in the audience? Okay. Mr. Fontaine, do you have anything you'd like to add? No? Okay. Councillor McDonnell?
Through you, Mr. Mayor, I move to approve as presented.
So we have a mover, do we have a seconder? Okay, so moved by Councillor McDonnell and seconded by Councillor Bougie that we accept this, Jeepers Creepers, this application as presented. All those in favor? Carried. All right, I believe there is a caveat to that. Sometimes I throw that at you, or if I can throw it to Ms. Haley.
Thank you. So your application has been approved. It is subject to a 20-day appeal period under the Ontario Planning Act, and that appeal period will expire on July 13th. We will send you a written notice of decision in the mail, and if you have any questions, you're certainly able to reach out to us at the office. Thank you.
Thank you for your time. And next meeting to be determined? To be determined, okay, so TBD. Can I get a mover and a seconder for adjournment? Moved by Councillor Bougie, seconded by Deputy Mayor Lang, that we adjourn to the call of the chair at 6:08 p.m. All those in favor? Carried.